South Pigeons. Today is May 18th, 2025. We got our second old bird race from Dows, Iowa. 5 birds in the Masters. So 1105, he's the one that escaped last week, so I got him in this week's race. Let's see how he does this week. And the open, we got 12. Let's see if the old man can repeat. Not, I got the old man in the Masters, but where is it? 494. We'll see if he can repeat. Dropping in first last week and 1131. So those two were their 2 out of the 3 that came first last week. So we'll see how they do this week. For me, it's about almost 180. I believe it's like 178 miles for our 150-mile race. But it's 8:45. I probably don't expect birds until almost 10 to 11. See how it goes. Looks like we got a headwind race. We got a northwest wind today, so see how much that affects the birds coming home. The race did get postponed to Sunday, so had to do some adjustments on the birds and ship the birds out yesterday. I actually was the one that had to drive them out to it was about a little past Hudson by Lake Elmo there. But wasn't too bad of a trip. But let's see, 8:45. Mess with the young birds for a little bit. Clean the loft a little more. And get the loft set up for the birds to return home. Let's see, are these guys, not sure if the young birds are flying or they're just chilling on the roof. But either way, I'll be making them stay out of the loft so I can finish cleaning up. And we'll do some yard work today, so should be home all day. Should be able to see some birds come home. Last week I didn't get to see them, so hopefully I can capture at least the first group of birds coming home. As I said, I'm flying old birds inside the young bird loft. That's just my setup this year. Next year we'll do a little different. Not sure if the main group is out routing or they're just chilling, but I don't see them anywhere. All right, that's 11:31. Not bad. That's our open bird. He came from the west side, so there's a chance he came from Minnesota. Had my camera all twisted. He already got scanned, but just need him to trap in. He doesn't look tired. He's not hungry or thirsty. It's almost noon. We got our first bird. Probably low 11s, maybe 900s. No, I mean low 1000s. The first one came dropping from the sky. So everybody else should be coming, hopefully. He was one of them that came on the drop last week. So let's see, we need somebody else to come through. What's up, pigeons? Just got our results back for the 150-mile Dows, Iowa race. Returns were a whole lot better. We had two birds that actually flew pretty good, for one for the Open and one for the Masters. For the Open, it was 11:31, and the Masters, it was shot. Can't think of his band number, but he's a 2021 cock. I had those two set up for the two races because they were part of the three that came on the first drop last week in the Open, and moved shot over to the Masters. Let's see, shot is actually this guy, the blue pied on the left. He actually scored. He was actually the fastest one out of the two. He flew the Masters this week, and he came close to taking first in the club. Technically, we actually clocked in both of our birds first for the Open and the Masters, but our club member Matt, he just has a longer distance, so he was able to take first out of those two races. But I'll put the results up. Well, I think we're getting close. So not bad for the old man. Just kind of sitting on the shelf and trying him out this year. Because himself, he was a good young bird, but as a breeder, he wasn't able to breed any babies that could fly pretty good. He did produce a good baby that was a good breeder. So some of those theories are true. Sometimes they skip a generation so he can fly, but his kids can't fly. But his kids can breed. So I held back one of his sons for stock, and he was able to produce a pretty good baby for his first year of breeding. 11:41, and he's on the race team too. Let me see if I can find 11:31. He's somewhere in there. Here we got the young birds chilling with the old birds. Like I said, that's my setup this year. Next year I'll have pretty much two of these. Two flying lofts, one for old bird and one for young bird. But I don't even have a big old bird team too, so it's not too bad. This is 11. This one might be. Here we got 11:31. This blue bar with the yellow band. He was the first bird back for the Open. And shot. That one. So these two right here are two studs for old birds so far this year. Shot with the blue pied, the white and blue pied, and 11:31. Big blue bar here. So those two are our two studs for old birds so far this season. They've been scoring pretty good. Everybody else is kind of so and so. The next one up is 494. These three cocks are the one that are racking up wins for champion bird in the club. But we came short this week, not by much. I said we technically clocked in first, but just with the overfly, with club member being at 200 and something, and my loft is at 178. So he was able to overall take first in the Open and the Classic. But just a quick glimpse of some of the young birds for 2025. They're coming along good. Haven't really paid too much attention to them, other than just feeding them and letting them loft fly. This is one of our late birds. 53,512. She came back. I don't know why she's struggling this year. She was actually the first bird back for the final race in the Open last year. So hopefully she picks it up when it comes to some of these longer races. Down here, brown neck. She's been flying all right. She's been coming back. That's all that really matters right now. Just need birds to come back so they can complete all the race for old bird. Quick look at some of the young birds flying. They're getting pretty good. So they're kitting up, flying up, shooting out. Pretty much doing everything you want them to do. So I'm not even pushing them yet. They're just kind of going at their own pace. Eventually we'll get them out and actually focus on their training. But right now it's all about just settling them in and let them work on their loft flies, kitting up, and staying in the air for a little bit. So everybody, for the most part, we probably got, I want to say 70% of the team up and flying. Some of these younger stragglers I haven't really flew out yet. I have a few that are just still kind of hanging out in the loft. So, not forcing them, they just go out at their own pace. Eventually they will join the rest of the flock up in the sky. It's been cold and rainy these past few days, so these birds are happy to be out. A couple of the old birds up and flying too. We gotta get ready for their race coming up. Today, quite a bit of the birds are actually coming out, so it's nice to see. Especially some of these young birds. Some of them have been taking their sweet time. See, you still got like 10 of them on the ground here. Maybe 5 still on the perches. So the younger ones make little small laps and come back. The main flock is still up and flying. For our second old bird race, we didn't do too bad. We're hanging on there. So it'll be kind of hard to catch up in the Federation just because of our line of flight type of deal. But hopefully with some of the longer races, we can slowly start catching them. As of right now, if anything, mainly focus on the club. It's always take care of the club first. Eventually the combine and federation stuff will come afterwards. So you can't win those unless you win your club. So try to stay competitive in the club as much as I can. That's it. That's our results for this week. I believe we got, I want to say we probably are just missing one bird for from our last race. Everybody else seemed to come through. We had one that came super late, but still back, made it back in time for the next race. It's that 1105 bird. He's the one that missed out on the first race, so it was kind of reasonable for him to not fly that good on the second race. Just look at the results quick. So classic 11,367. That's shot. Came back at 1213, which was pretty good. 1105. That's the bird that just probably came back either this morning or late afternoon. And our open, we are missing one bird. It's 1140, but 1131 came back at 1146, so that was pretty good. Everybody else came about an hour after, which is not too bad too. We're still expecting 1140, so we'll see if she ever shows up again. That's our results for our Dows, Iowa race. My loft is 178 miles. So on to the next race.